Imagine this. You've got a great idea for an app. What if, instead of spending months coding, you could just describe it? Today, we're diving into a really cool new way of building software that feels less like writing code and more like just having a conversation. It's called vibe coding, and honestly, it might just change everything.
So what is vibe coding really? Think of it like this. You're the creative director, and you've got this lightning-fast AI coder. You guide it, you give it instructions, and you watch it turn your vision into a real working app. And the best part, it happens in a fraction of the time it would normally take.
And look, this isn't just some sci-fi theory. As Matt Palmer from Replit says, the promise here is huge. We're talking about going from a simple idea, something you might literally sketch on a piece of paper, all the way to a finished application that people can actually use. End to end.
Okay, so that's the what. But how do you actually do it? Well, the secret sauce isn't necessarily knowing how to code anymore. It's knowing how to communicate. It's all about mastering the art of the prompt.
So what makes a prompt work? It really boils down to three key things. First up, you've got clarity. You got to be super direct. Then there's context, giving the AI all the background info it needs. And finally, process, remembering this is a step-by-step conversation, not just a one-and-done command. Let's start with that first one, clarity, which is really all about being specific. You've heard that old saying, garbage in, garbage out, right? Well, it's never been more true. If you give the AI a vague request, you're going to get a vague result. You have to define everything, your requirements, your outputs, and any rules.
And the difference this makes is just night and day. Add a contact form could mean anything, but look at the better prompt. It specifies the exact URL, the exact fields needed, and even adds rules for validation. All of a sudden, the AI has a perfect blueprint to work from. No guesswork.
All right, next principle, context. And honestly, one of the best ways to give context is to show, not just tell. A picture, a little piece of code, even a quick screenshot can get your idea across so much better than just words alone.
I mean, this is a perfect example. Make the product cards look better. What does that even mean? It's totally subjective. But asking the AI to copy a layout from a screenshot you provide, now it has a clear visual target. Then you add that little detail, use a light gray border, and bam, you're getting even closer to exactly what you want.
Okay, that's enough theory. Let's see what this actually looks like when the rubber meets the road. We're going to walk through a real-world example of someone building a whole app from scratch. So, the developer had a pretty simple goal: create an interactive map showing all of San Francisco's parks. And the starting point wasn't some complex document, it was literally a simple sketch of what the app should look like. And this really highlights something crucial. The human is still the most important person in the room. The developer's real superpower here wasn't typing the code, it was knowing what to ask for. They had enough knowledge to tell the AI which specific tools to use, like the leaflet framework for the map and OpenStreetMap for the data.
So they took all that knowledge and rolled it into one killer first prompt. It clearly stated the goal, it specified the exact technologies, and it even included that original sketch as a visual guide. This is just a masterclass in how to talk to an AI. But, of course, things rarely work perfectly on the first try, right? The AI did its thing, it generated the app, the map of San Francisco loaded up beautifully, but the parks themselves, the whole point of the app, were just gone. A classic developer roadblock.
And this is where that debugging principle is so important. Instead of just typing, "it's broken," you have to treat the AI like a real coding partner. You give it all the clues you have, the exact error message, the specific code that's causing trouble, and a clear explanation of what you're trying to do in the first place.
And this was the big clue. This cryptic, almost nonsensical error message from the browser. To most of us, this looks like complete gibberish. But to the AI, this is a critical piece of the puzzle.
So what was the solution? Well, it was unbelievably simple. The developer just copied that exact error message, word for word, and pasted it right back into the chat with the AI. And just like that, with that one little piece of context, the AI figured out the problem and fixed the code itself.
This whole thing really brings home a fundamental truth about vibe coding. It's not a one-shot deal. It's an iterative conversation, a back and forth where you refine, you debug, and you add new things step by step. Just look at this little loop for adding a dark mode toggle. The AI takes a shot at it, but it's buggy. The toggle disappears when you click it, so the human gives very specific feedback. Hey, the toggle should be in the side nav. The AI takes that feedback, refines its code, and gets it right.
It's this constant little dance. And you really have to embrace that process. The developer in this story put it perfectly, kind of channeling Bob Ross. You can't get frustrated by the AI's mistakes. You have to think of them as happy little accidents, opportunities to give better instructions and guide the AI closer to your vision.
So, the end result of this entire process, from that first napkin sketch to a fully working, deployed, interactive map that you could pull up on your phone, took about 10 minutes. Just let that sink in. 10 minutes. That's the power of working this way.
So when you boil it all down, vibe coding isn't about replacing developers. It's about creating this incredibly powerful partnership. You, the human, provide the vision, the creativity, and the insight. The AI provides the raw speed of execution.
And this all leaves us with a really fascinating thought for the future, doesn't it? As these AI tools get more and more powerful, maybe the most valuable skill for any creator won't be writing perfect code, but being able to articulate a vision and ask the absolute perfect questions.